it's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I got this mess from a friend, so that was really awesome of him. I think it's from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, just by the design, but yeah. Okay, so this is my episode recap of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. One is titled The Amazing Fantasies, guess where that's from, and one is called Parker Luck, or Peter Luck. But anyways, yeah, this was a really great episode. I really I really enjoyed this series so far. Okay, so I don't know any Rotten Tomato scores or IMDb scores or anything. I don't know what people's general thoughts on the show has come out, but I really liked it. I thought the animation was really cool. I liked that it's 3D with a Steve Ditko comic book look. I really liked the comic book panel movement. I really had a great time watching this. So they do mention Uncle Ben, but he died. So but then he gets bitten by the spider. But yeah, usually he's alive, then he gets bitten by the spider, and then that motivates him to be Spider-Man. But yeah, they're doing something really different. He gets bitten by the spider and it comes out of a portal. I don't know if it's from another dimension, but then Doctor Strange comes in and he's finding like this Kraven the Hunter Venom creature. Like, what's that all about? Like, I mean, even Doctor Strange is like, we're not supposed to be here. But remember in the end of Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness, he's with that lady and then he's traveling through other dimensions. Is that the Doctor Strange from the MCU or a different variant of Doctor Strange or a Doctor Strange from this version of the universe? But I don't know, but hopefully we'll find out. I think this is like similar to Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse movies. That's like a spider bite from like another universe. So he's an anomaly now. Well, beware of this guy now. So he gets bitten by the spider, but now he gets the suit, and you see the intro, and now he's becoming a hero. He doesn't go for wrestling and cares about himself. I guess we have seen all those stories, but now we're seeing it differently. I guess that's an okay story. It's just I usually like where he's gets bitten by the spider, he goes into show business, he's responsible for Uncle Ben's death, but yeah, he just decides to become a hero now in this one. I mean, we have seen that story a million times, but now this is like a new story because we've seen the story of him like he gets bitten by the spider, he doesn't want to be a hero, but he wants to get into show business. Then Uncle Ben gets shot and it's his fault, and he's like, oh no, it's my fault because he didn't stop the guy, and now he has to learn from that. Like, that's like a really iconic story, but now he's like, he already decides to become a hero. In the second episode, Crusher Hogan, the wrestler, and I know that because I just read a reprint of Amazing Fantasies, but Crusher Hogan does make a cameo on the TV, which is interesting. So he gets the powers, but he runs into Harry Osborn, and I think that's how he met Norman later, but yeah, and he saves him from these crooks that are putting on YouTube. It's like, no, and then he saves him, and he really appreciates that. And I like that because this is something I'm okay they're changing. Like, we've seen Harry hating Spider-Man, but I like that he's nice to see him in this. I really like that. And Nico, like, he has a new friend named Nico, and he has a crush on this girl named Pearl, which I haven't seen any other Spider-Mans. In other sources, it's usually he's friends with Harry or MJ or Gwen or Felicia Hardy, and now he's friends with Nico Nora from the Runaways, and that's how they met at school when he gets bitten by the spider. And Pearl, like, she's dating Lonnie Lincoln, the guy who's supposed to be Tombstone, but I don't know if they're gonna build him. We get to know him like he goes home and he feels really sad, and his family's really nice, but yeah, we get to see how his family, and they're really nice, and I don't know if they're gonna build him up to be Tombstone because he just so far we get to know him and he's really nice. He likes science, he likes football, he's like a nicer version of Flash Thompson. Oh, so Flash Thompson isn't in this apparently. Like, even though this is supposed to be like a variant of like the MCU Peter Parker, like even that had Flash Thompson, but there's no Flash Thompson. All the other characters like Gwen or MJ or Michelle Jones or Mary Jane, like we haven't seen them in the show yet, but we do see Amadeus Cho in the second episode. I know him as Iron Spider or Brawn Hulk and like other versions of the comics, but yeah, and Amadeus Cho, and kind of a little bit of a jerk in this. And you see Whitney or Brent, he has a mean teacher, and I think he's this character, but that's his name, and he's supposed to be the wizard, the guy who can levitate things, but right now he's just a really mean teacher right now. Yeah, the story was really nice. I like the part where he stops a criminal at a pizza restaurant, but the lady criminal isn't evil. She's just really poor and she needed money and she was crying. I like that Spider-Man really thinks about her, and that's really nice that he talks to the pizza owner and he was like, "It's all up to you, so try to be fair." And it's like, okay, I'll give this up with a warning. And Spider's like, "Don't make me regret this." I like that. We don't really see, because we see superheroes that try to stop criminals, but we never see that they're nice people that just had a hard life and they don't have any other choice. So I like that they actually explore that in this. I like seeing that. So he meets Norman Osborn and he's like, "I'm Norman Osborn." This time he's gonna be the mentor instead of Tony Stark. But unlike Civil War, where he already knew Peter was Spider-Man, Norman Osborn doesn't know until the end of the second episode. And we get to see Dr. Connors with one arm, but here, this version of Dr. Connors is a woman. This time they race gender swap her, which is pretty interesting that they did that. Like, this is like a new, different Dr. Connors. She has the one arm, so I don't know if she's gonna become the Lizard in this. When he was going to Oscorp, I had some Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield vibes to it, like him going to Oscorp, getting a tour of the place, meeting the scientist, and then Norman Osborn, and then there's like a video with Norman, and like I was getting some Amazing Spider-Man vibes to it. Also, one of the interns was from Wakanda. Yeah, there's one student that's from Wakanda. I don't know who the other one is, but I forgot what her role was. But anyways, and he fights this fire villain. I thought it was gonna be Shocker, but I don't know what fire villain this one is. I'll look it up later. But anyways, he stops it at a burning building and it was a mix-up. And then he fights him in a pet store, and I love seeing Spider-Man saves the pet store, even the little fishies, and I love that he really cares about the little fish. And I thought that was really sweet, and I love Spider-Man always thinks about the little guys. Like, that's Spider-Man. Like, that's a great hero. And I love the part where he stops a truck from hitting a bus and everyone's applying. I really like that because really get annoyed where there's like they actually agree Spider-Man's a menace. I know there's people that do enjoy those stories, but they're not for me. But you do see Spider-Man struggling, like him trying to save people, but he needs to go back to work and he has to go to a party with Nico, but he let her down. Like, that we know is Spider-Man. That's the Spider-Man comics. And but then Norman Osborn, he's like, there's like, "Oh, sorry, look, I don't want you to fire me," and they're like, go up to Norman Osborn's office, and Norman was like, "So you're Spider-Man?" And it was like, oh, so he finds out he's Spider-Man because he changed in the stairwell, and now we're like, what's gonna happen? I think he's gonna give him his new suits. But yeah, it's interesting because I know this is supposed to be an alternate version of the MCU Spider-Man, but even with that said, this is a completely different take. Norman Osborn finding out that Peter is Spider-Man, and not only that, this is before he becomes the Green Goblin. So what's gonna happen if he does become the Green Goblin? Yeah, I don't know what else is gonna happen. So we have, so far, the Spider-Man cast of villains are that we know from the comics are the Lizard, Tombstone, and Green Goblin. I still don't know who the fire guy is, but I'll look it up later. But yeah, what's gonna happen in this? Well, so far I really like the series. It was a really great series. I like the characters in it. Nico was a nice character, and there's a whole joke about Pearl that she was his babysitter, and I'm like, and it was so funny. And Lonnie seems like a nice guy. It's just too bad they're gonna have him be Tombstone, but that is stuff that happens in the comics. Peter is usually friends with people, and sometimes they become villains. Like, so it's interesting to see someone who's probably gonna become a villain that starts out as a nice guy, and we've seen that with lots of Spider-Man characters. Like, they start out as his friends, but then they become villains. Like, that's the tragedy of Spider-Man. Well, what did you thought about these episodes? I thought they were really great so far. I had a really great time watching this. I don't know if people love it or hate it, but these are my opinions, and I had a really great time watching these. And I like the intro. Like, I like the comic panels and them paying homage to original Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Fantasy comics like in the 60s. So, and they play the 60s theme of Spider-Man and they put this rap music. I still don't know how to feel about the rap music. Cause I like the intro, I like the nod to the 60s theme, but anyways, this was a really great Spider-Man series. I'm gonna do episode recaps, kind of like what I did with the Marvel Spider-Man, and this looks like a fun show to talk about, to do episode recaps. Well, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man, of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? I had a great time watching this. I wonder what the merchandise will be, because when I go to my Walmart and different stores, I see a different Spider-Man merchandise, and it's always a sleeker design of the Spider-Man from the Marvel Spider-Man design. So I wonder what they're gonna update with this design of Spider-Man. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Maybe in the next episode, he's going to give him the Future Foundation suit. I wonder what episode they're going to give the more comic accurate Spider suit. Well, anyways, and when is he going to get these suits? And I think they are going to do the multiverse because there's like a portal with the spider, and you know they're going to do the multiverse. That's gonna be exciting. I wonder how they're gonna do it, like, because I don't know if they can do their own version of No Way Home. Like, what variants of other Spider-Man he's gonna meet? Like, are they gonna make a deal with Sony to have the Spider-Verse movies make an appearance? So we'll have to see and find out. Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this series. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was a great series to watch. The first two episodes were really great to watch. I hope you all enjoyed this series. What are your thoughts? And comment below. Let me know if you can. And see you next time. Spider-Man.